Turning now to campaign 2026. Tonight, Republican candidate for governor Erin Stewart will hold a rally with her campaign supporters.
Yeah, the rally comes ahead of this weekend's Republican state convention, where the party will decide which candidate to support ahead of the August primary. Stewart also pushing back this morning against some questions raised about her handling of New Britain's finances during her time as mayor. Documents we obtained show $200,000 were spent on a city credit card over the course of 9 years. Records show purchases included items like clothing, diapers, and a private club membership. In a statement, Stewart says, quote, "Those expenditures by the mayor's office were budgeted for, submitted, and subject to an annual audit during her 12 years as mayor." She did not address questions about whether any of those items were for her personal use. Now, Stewart questioned the timing of the report's release right before the state convention on Saturday. She believes it is politically motivated.